point. That's a good point. You made me think of something, but then I forgot it.
That's
So
okay. Well, you should though. I mean, even if you're coding alone, like branches are super important. They make it
yeah,
so much easier to work. And I think I've been doing that now, like especially for this project because it's fairly large and every new feature, I just make a new branch and then you don't have to, you can make sure everything works right before you do anything else moving forward.
yeah. I remembered what I was gonna say. You made me think of this actually. It's very tempting to build using like the latest, greatest tech stack in the world. And I actually had a conversation with somebody at a meetup this week where he knows PHP really well, and he does not know React or anything like that. And he was asking me, like, for a client, he's like, should I build it in PHP or should I build it in Next.js? And I'm like, that's a hard question because you just know PHP a lot better. Uh, Probably Next will be more performant, but if you don't understand it, you're going to struggle through that. And so I think it's important.
Also, the newer frameworks, it's going to be hard. You have to understand the framework because these models are not going to be trained up to the newest
Yeah.
one. And a
And
good example, I think I told you when I started the project on Volt, it chose like I had to
like
upgrade next
React
because
13 or
it
something.
chose like next 13 or
Oh
something.
my
So
God.
I had to
Yeah.
upgrade it to 15 on my own,
Yeah.
which I did fine. But like if you don't understand how it works, upgrading can be a pain because that changes a lot
Yeah.
instantly in your project.
Yeah. And so I think my point with that is that ultimately the end user doesn't know what tech stack you used, or if you're using the latest, greatest tech stack, or how nerdy you are, or how cool you are as a developer. They really just care about one thing, and that is, does it work? Does it do what it's supposed to
Yeah.
do? And is it easy to use? So, in the interest of appealing to getting customers and getting paid for your work, it's usually better to just use the tech stack that you know the best, right?
Even
Uh,
if you're building an MVP for something, you can if it
yeah,
does really well, you can always change it later
yeah,
with
exactly.
a team of
And,
people. Like you
and
don't need to
that's
do
that's not to say like don't try new things with Cursor. That's one of the best parts of it, is like you can learn new tech stacks pretty easily because you can ask it things too, right? There's an ask an agent mode. So you can understand these things better. I know Chris, who was watching, if he's not still on here, has been using Cursor to learn Next.js, and he's like pretty kick-ass at building Next.js websites in like a week, right? So you can
it
do
makes it so
really,
much easier to learn
yeah.
now with it. Yeah.
But I would advise, if you're going to do something like an MVP or for a client or production, just use what you know so that you can actually look at the code and be like, yeah, that's working how it should.
Oh,
Um,
we should also mention MCPs too, probably.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was like the last section I had here, which is just like advanced features of Next.js that I recommend using once you get, you know,
Of Cursor and
or
stuff
yeah,
that they
sorry, not
add. Yeah.
Next.js, of Cursor.
It's okay.
Once you sort of get an understanding of how Cursor works, you've used it for a while, there's really three different things.